We are live.
Yay!
Hello, everybody in the chat. We have Becca's just sort of waving to me out the window. Apologies, she's trying to put me off already. she's definitely going to be a troll in the comments, so just watch out for that one. Right, so we have some lovely people in the room already. I've noticed we have the funky fragrance lover, we have Heather, we have Russell, we have experience in fragrance with Amina. Hi, Amina. We have Katie. We have Brandon. Just seeing if we have anyone else in here. We have Georges. So thanks for everyone for joining me. So for the people that don't know what the subject is about, I'll just do a quick introduction. We are going to be asking some really fun questions to the lovely ladies on the screen. We will offer some people in the comments to come in and give us some questions nearer the end. So we apologise if we can't interact as much as we can. There's a lot of people on the screen, so we won't be ignoring anyone on purpose. So I just thought I'd put that out there to start with. And also, the questions will be sometimes a tiny bit daring. So public warning. We've tried to make it as fun as possible. I will just introduce everybody, and I will get them to a little introduction, which they don't know anything about. So I don't know if you ladies have ever been on a business course before.
A business course? What do you mean?
Yes, I think, right, we have Miya in the room. I'm just going to get Miya in. Bear with me one moment.
A business course?
Let's get
What
Miya
do you
in.
mean?
Yes, I think, right, we have Miya in the room. I'm just going to get Miya in. Bear with me one moment. Let's get Miya in. I've got a little bit of echo, I think, from Miya's.
Yeah, Miya.
Yeah, Miya, you have an open tab. You'll have to close your YouTube tab.
Or at least mute it, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah, Miya, you have an open tab. You'll have to close your YouTube tab.
Or at least mute it, maybe.
Hang on. Is that better?
No, not yet.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you. I'm going to take you out a second, Miya, and then I'll get you back in, okay?
I'm hearing some echoes. Is that from me?
Yes, it is, I think. One moment.
Hello, can you hear me?
That's better.
That's good. Yeah, I can hear you, Miya.
Hi, everyone.
Hi, Miya.
Hi, Miya. Yeah, thanks for joining.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. So Miya's just joined in just in time. So Miya, we're going to be introducing all the channels. Claire's just had a look of horror on her face, so I think she knows what's coming. So I'm sure you get this in the UK, in America as well. But in the UK, if you go on a business course and you are with a room full of people you don't know, the instructor likes to embarrass you by getting you to introduce yourself. So just so you're not on your own, I'm going to introduce myself first and give you an idea, and then I'll go in order on the screen. So my name's Tony.
Hi, Tony.
Hi, Tony.
Hi. I'm 40 years old, and I have a lovely family here. I have my wife Becca and my 3 children. I've been into fragrance for many years. I have my YouTube channel since November, and I'm on Instagram. I run my own channel called Fragdicted with my lovely family. And what else would like to say? My scent of the day is actually let's do my scent of the night. My scent of the night is At the Barber's, and I got that in a discovery pack. So that's me. Let's move on to Eve. Hi, Eve.
Hi. So my name is Eve, and I am based in California. I do have a YouTube channel called Eve's Spider Smells. If you're wondering why it's spiders, that's actually my last name translated into English. So I know I've gotten some questions about that in the past.
So cute.
And yeah, so I have the YouTube channel where I just talk about fragrances. I've been into fragrances for about 10 years. And I have an Instagram as well.
Excellent. So I will be linking, if it's not already linked, I'll link all the channels in the description below. So please, everybody that's in the chat, it's unlikely you just follow me, but could you go and follow everybody's YouTube, give them a sub. Hillorie's getting very close to 1,000 as well, so we'd love to get a bit closer. That'd be awesome. But if we could give everybody a sub and a follow on Instagram, that would be awesome. So Claire, let's move on to you. Thanks, Eve.
This is bizarre because I've actually got the same nerves that I get if I'm on a course or something. I've got, even though it's just a YouTube thing, I've got the same nerves because the way you've introduced it. So,
have a drink, Claire. Have a gulp.
Relax. Get a drink.
Get the alcohol, do you?
Cheers, my love.
Santé.
Santé, madame.
Right, okay, Dutch code. Hello everyone, my name's Claire and I live in the southeast of England. I live here on my own with a cat called Sweetie and I do YouTube. I've been doing YouTube for about 5 million years and I've just reached 1,000 subscribers. So my trajectory's been quite slow, but I'm very happy. And I've been into fragrances for, probably about the sort of 9-10 years as well, similar to Eve. Me.
Thanks, Claire. Right, you had nothing to be nervous about. Right, Miya, on to yourself. Not Maya, Miya.
Hi, everyone. Good evening, good afternoon. So I'm Miya, and I'm a mummy of 3. Yes, so I'm a very busy lady. And yes, I love my family. I love fragrances. And I've got a channel on here called Fab Trends by Miya. And I'm also on Instagram, Fab Trends _Miya. And I've been into fragrances probably from the age of 7, from what I can remember. So fragrances have always been a part of my life. So yeah, that's a bit about me.
Excellent, thanks, Miya. Clémence, I can see you there with a bit of a frightened look on your face.
Do you know what? I hate it because I usually get so anxious that I start to tell bullshit. So I'm gonna try to be okay. So my name is Clémence. I have a channel since a bit less than a year. It's called Clemence CC Fragrance. Make it easy. And I've been fragrance specialist for a luxury brand for 4 years now. And I've been studying into fragrance since a bit more than 10 years as well. And I'm 27 as well. I think it's important to notice. I'm a mommy as well, but mommy of 2 rabbits. So not the kids, but they get me busy as well. And what I can say, I don't know, enchanté. Voilà.
Beautiful, thank you, Clémence. Let's move on to Hillorie. Hi, Hillorie.
Hi, hello. I'm Hillorie, and I have the BurrEAU Nerdy Fragrance Reviews. It's not bureau like most people think it is, but I promise I can actually spell. It's a Harry Potter reference. I'm 30, and I have a 3-year-old boy, and 3 dogs, and a cat, and a lizard, and a snake, and an Instagram. What are we supposed to say? I've only been into fragrances for maybe 3 years or so, because I am like a migraine sufferer, and so I thought that all fragrances caused migraines, because I was given like Britney Spears Fantasy back in the day as a gift and was never able to wear it, so I just assumed I couldn't wear them. But things changed. I found fragrances that don't cause headaches. So, ta-da!
Hey.
Yeah.
Ta-da!
Brilliant. Thank you, Hillorie. Thanks, everyone. Sorry to surprise you with that.
Yeah,
I'm sweating.
I thought it'd be nice for everybody to introduce themselves. There will be some people that, not many, but there'll be the odd person that may follow me that may want to sub to your channel. So there we go. Right, so we move on to the subjects and the questions. Have you all got your fragrances, or have you got in your mind what they are?
Yeah.
I think so.
So just to give some background, I started a group chat with these lovely ladies, and I've been sending them, bugging them. Let's say bugging. I'm going to be bugging them in the week with some rather strange voice notes, and the voice notes were the questions. So the questions are, well, let's get on to the questions. Let's move on. I'm going to, ladies, if I waffle too much, tell me to shut up. Right, so I'm going to start the first question. So the first question is that you work with a work colleague. that work colleague suffers with quite serious bodily odor. And you get to spray that person unknowingly to them with something that might improve the situation. What do you pick that isn't going to mix too much with the body odor, but may mask it a little bit? Eve, we'll start with you.
No pressure, right? So I wanted to pick a fragrance that smelled like a shower fresh fragrance, but had pretty good projection to kind of mask that smell. So I ended up going with André Putman's Manually. I don't think you can see it. I don't know if you've tried this or heard of this house, but I like this because it smells like a high quality body wash and shampoo and conditioner. And this is one of my strongest, freshest fragrances. Like, it lasts all day, so it should last the whole workday. And it should be strong enough to hide the bodily odor, hopefully.
Excellent. Great choice, Eve. I've not tried it, but it sounds like it would work. Claire, what have you picked?
I've gone in the opposite direction. So I've gone for something that will blend in with the BO. And I've got here, it's Maxed Out by 4,160 Tuesdays. So Maxed Out was a collaboration between Max Huesler and 4160 Tuesdays, and was kind of a reminiscence of his naughtier days before he got sober. And there's sort of notes of high-end hookers, cocktails, sweat, and there's cumin in here that gives you that body odor sweat. So I think when someone smells of BO, there's no covering it up. There is no covering it up.
You cover it, right?
Yeah, you may as well just blend it, give them something so at least it blends in with some other stuff that smells quite nice. So this has got coconut, and it's got some fresh notes. It's got a little bit of leather to represent his leather jacket. And yeah, it's kind of nice, but there's just this sweaty element to it. And yeah, I'd do that.
What great stance on it, Claire. I was in Peterborough yesterday, and I commented. I'm going to sound really mean now. I commented to my son that I smelt a lot of BO around. I could have done with taking that. I could have done with taking that with me to spray on a few people. Right, Miya, what have you picked?
The thing is, I used to work with a person that used to have really bad odor, and it was terrible, to the point literally none of us wanted to be next to our desk in the office. And I remember thinking at the time, I said to my friend, one day I'm going to bring a bottle of 1 million and just drop it on the floor. Honestly, I said to one of the colleagues, I'm going to bring in a bottle of perfume that's so strong and just break it in the office so that at least it will mask it for at least a month or two or whatever. Anyway, I didn't do that. Anyway, to answer the question, I thought about 2 fragrances, and one I thought maybe to mask it with something sweet, gourmand, or to go with something fresh, citrusy. And I thought about a new fragrance I've been sampling, and this is Hop. So I thought maybe this one. It's very citrusy, very lemon. It's got lemons. It's very, very fresh, citrusy, and it's kind of the freshness, you get the zestiness. So almost like, imagine peeling, not actually peeling, but grating a lime or lemon, that freshness, that zestiness. And I think I picked this because that zestiness just reminds me of something clean.
Excellent.
Well, that's good.
That sounds really good, actually.
Yeah.
Excellent.
So I thought I would go with that. And this is by Tessa Williams. And it's as well cheap, so I think I would bring this and just spray it all over the place that it will mask it up. So yeah, that's why I went with.
Excellent. I think it's a great name as well, because in the hope that obviously you're going to get rid of the BO, so it's it suits it. Claire, I was very tempted to go to you and ask you a very quick question in very dual style there, but I've refrained. I behaved myself. Right, Clemence, on to you. What have you picked?
Yeah. Oh my God, I've got the chat. Oh no. Okay, that's fine. All right. Yes. So I feel like personally for me, I have like a really bad habit. It's really bad, but I'm really straightforward. So if that situation happened, I'd be like, please, like you need to get yourself refreshing. Take a shower. That would be my first thing. And then after, if I want to like give him a scent, I would go for a very classic because I don't want to shock him with something that's going to be like really out of his league or something like that, or very niche. I want to go for a classic. So I'll go for one of my favorite fresh scent that is good for every day, all season, and it will be Terre d'Hermès. That's a good classic. I mean, for men, it's got like that burst of orange with a touch like of pepper to give a lot of personality. And I would say, I think it definitely smells like it's got a lot of power, I think, in projection. So I think if I can smell that all day, I'll be very happy. It's actually my favorite designer scent. So I'll be very happy to smell that all day, even if there's a little odor of sweat. But I think, stay classic and it will work. I think poor guy, he maybe never wore fragrance. So let's let's help him. So that's it.
Brilliant. Thank you, Clémence. Good, great choice. Hillorie, what have you picked?
I picked Guerlain's Aqua Allegoria Limon Verde because this is my lawn mowing scent. Like this is if I'm going to be outside and sweaty and doing the yard work when I know I'm going to be stanky, then I'm going to wear this one. So, I mean, it doesn't really have any depth at all, but I mean, maybe that natural cumin odor of this colleague would add the depth to this fragrance. I'm not sure. But yeah, this fragrance literally smells like you squeezed a lime out onto your yard. So it's just very green and limey and citrusy. And I feel like citruses usually, like most of our cleaning products, are citrusy based. So we kind of think of citrus as being cleaning. So who knows? Short of using Febreze straight on them, I would probably spray Limon Verde.
Great choice.
Can I just say?
Yes.
Sorry, Tony. I'm just going to say, the BurrEAU. Sorry, I said it again. Anyway. Yes. When I played your clip and my husband was listening, he goes, use oust. Oust in the room. So
yes.
Yeah, carry on.
Yes.
Yeah, thanks, Maya. Thanks for that. Shall we move on to the next question?
There's someone in the chat that just said that he's scared that I'm gonna spray like 57 perfume at once. I mean, yes, if it's to smell good, you need to project a little bit,
Oh, is it Luke?
Have you seen Luke's comment? I put money on Miya drinking Tony under the table. You know what? I would too. I am a lightweight. That is known. Right, let's move on to the next question. I'm just going to check what the question was. Right, yeah, this is the Hillorie. Don't hate me.
I didn't understand why this is going on Hillorie, by the way. I was like, what?
Oh, because I'm gay.
Oh, that's just that. I thought there was like a deeper reason.
Very bluntly put, Hillorie, but we're okay, so it's fine.
It's fine.
It's all right.
It's so much easier to do it bluntly, isn't it?
Just get it out.
Let's not waste time.
Right, so you have a female partner, and they have 3 fragrances in their collection. And the 3 fragrances they have are Sarah Jessica Parker Lovely, Britney Spears Fantasy, and her favourite and special occasion fragrance, Flower Bomb. You aren't bothered by any of them. As you can tell, they're a bit basic. It's a special occasion, and you have decided to buy them something special to add to their collection that you will much prefer. What have you picked? Let's start with Eve.
So if I were to pick a fragrance for my partner, I want to be mindful of the choices that she has already in her collection. So I went with Argos PERFUME, and it's a sweet fragrance that does have a very similar vibe to Flower Bomb. And it also has this tonka bean that's almost edible that kind of reminds me of that gourmand quality of Fantasy. And it does get a little bit musky towards the dry down. So that kind of calls back to the muskiness and lovely. So I wanted to pick a fragrance that kind of had qualities from all three. And I think it's a very crowd-pleasing scent, but at the same time, it's very elegantly made and very smooth. And I think it's one that can suit her across all seasons. So yeah, that's what I'm going with.
Great choice.
Nice.
Claire, on to you.
Claire is like a queen in her seat. Look at that.
I know, with her throne.
Love it.
Yeah. I'm overbaked. Right, so Hillorie's girlfriend, she's used to quite generic but quite crowd-pleasing, clean, floral, pretty fragrances. So I don't think we want to push her too far out of her comfort zone. But Hillorie's got a good tasting fragrance. She likes niche, she likes diverse stuff. So I've picked a niche fragrance, but it's really pretty and it's probably most people will love it. So it's called Delicia di Marshmallow. And it basically smells exactly like a marshmallow. It's not too heavy. It just smells like a marshmallow in a really, really nice way. And my guess is Hillorie would then probably want to eat her girlfriend.
Oh, that's so cute.
That's adorable.
I need a nap.
This is going deep.
That's what she said.
Yeah, in more ways than one.
Miya, I'm not sure how you follow that, but good luck.
No, I was going to say, I think as well, I went sort of a similar direction to Claire, because my choice was a gourmand fragrance, something nice, lovely, sweet, because judging by the collection, I think she's the sort of girl that would go for anything that's nice, sweet. And you want something that is not too intense for someone who's in that category of fragrances. So I went with this fragrance, which I thought to buy for a special person, lady you love, this would be quite a good choice. And because this fragrance is very much appreciated by those even around you. So it's inoffensive, it's good performing, it's a joy to wear. So I think she would maybe, and as well, you would enjoy it on her as well. So something that will please everyone around her. That's what I went for.
I think it's an excellent choice. I like that one.
I love that one.
Great choice. Clemence, on to you.
Sorry, I was again looking at the chat. Okay, my turn. So for me, obviously she likes something like quite mass appealing. She loves like something quite floral and a bit sweeter. So I want to stay in that direction as well, like the girls, but I want to go definitely something a bit more niche, a bit more luxurious, because I want to show her that there's not only the bestseller that are over there. So I will go for something a bit different, but still in a way, which will be Atelier Cologne. So this is you can't see the name, but it's Santal Carmin, like this. So Santal Carmin is like a very saffron-like fragrance. So it smells luxurious, it smells slightly sugary, but in a very nice way. It's not over the top as well. So it smells very intimate as well, a bit more sexy, sensual. So I think that would be quite nice in her collection because it would stand out and it will also give her something a bit more unique as well, which I think like she would probably put like, I don't know, like on a date, or you know, when she goes to the restaurant with Hillorie, or I don't know. But yeah, that's my choice. I personally love it because it just smells feminine, but in a quite elegant way, slightly discreet.
Great choice. Hillorie, what have you picked?
So I also went with the Xerjoff. I went with Grand BurrEAU. So this is often compared to Juicy Couture. So it kind of has that same very designer-ish vibe, but it's a little bit more, I don't know, a little bit more higher quality, kind of like the, I don't know, like the hot ant version of Juicy Couture. So yeah.
Excellent. Great choice, Hillorie. Sorry to have, sorry about Claire.
It's cool. I'm totally going to stay with Claire when I go to Europe, so it's going to be a blast. Yeah.
Oh, yes.
Have bathtub live streams and such.
Oh, yeah. And do you know what my scent of that trip will be?
What? Okay, great.
Obviously. What? Yeah, sorry. What is the brand of the one you said again?
It's called Kais. Kyse.
Okay.
They're over in the States.
Because that sounds like fulfilling my unicorn fantasy, so I might get that.
And they're affordable as well. They're not too expensive.
Perfect. Well, I need that at the moment. Trust me.
She needs. You want, Clémence, you want. You want, you don't need.
Right, so let's move on to the next question. We have a very similar question, actually. This is for the gentleman. So the gentleman has 3 fragrances. I'm not referring to myself here, by the way.
We know, Tony.
Actually, I'm going to tell a tiny little story about these 3 fragrances. There was a video, I'm not going to name by who, and the video mentioned about clubbing fragrances. And this was back in the early days before I started a YouTube channel. And I commented with these 3 fragrances as my clubbing fragrances. And I got a comment back saying very original. Which was very nice. Right, so we have the 3 fragrances that this person has is Jean Paul Gaultier Le Male, Issey Miyake Pour Homme, and 1 Million. So again, very predictable, very boring. You have just started dating this gentleman and you need to recommend him a new fragrance. It needs to be a little bit different to what his friends are wearing. So no Dior Sauvage. But I'd also like it to be mass appealing and easy to wear. Your budget is £150. What have you picked? Let's start with Eve.
Okay, so I ended up going with a relatively, I guess, unknown fragrance. So I just realized I ignored that budget part of the question.
Worry.
Sorry about that. I went with Chris Collins' Harlem Nights. I recently sampled it, and I ended up picking it because it is very different from the 3 that he has, my male partner would have. If you haven't smelled it, it's a very creamy vanilla sandalwood. It has like a slight hint of orris, but the sandalwood in this is just very sexy and edible. And I think it's a good crowd pleaser type of scent, but it's different still. It's unique, and I think it could appeal to a lot of people. And even though it is different from the 3 that my partner would own, to me, if he's willing to try something different, I would appreciate that. That would tell me that he's open-minded, and I think that would kind of increase his attractiveness.
Great selection, and really good reasoning behind it as well. And we'll let you off the budget, it's fine.
Sorry, I knew I missed something when I was typing it down.
Don't worry. Claire, what have you picked?
I've gone with something that I think is classically appealing, grown-up groomed, that's not too off the wall, just smells really good. So I've gone for Acqua di Parma's Colonia Essenza.
Great choice.
And the reason is because it's a good fragrance. It lasts really well, and it just smells like you are clean, but it also smells a little bit like you're kind of a bit well off. It's got just this groomed. You've just put the final touches on. You know, like it just smells good without being anything weird. It's just citruses. I think there's a little floral. There's a little lavender. But it all just comes together and it just smells clean and lovely without it having to go too soapy or old-fashioned.
Excellent. Great choice, Claire. I've got a good sized decant of that I bought really cheap, and I'm so pleased I did. It is very refined and very gentlemanly, but very easy to wear. I really enjoy that fragrance. It's lovely. I would definitely like, if I was going to own two from the actually, let's say, yeah, two from the collection. I'd like the oud version and that. So two lovely. Thanks for that. Miya, what have you picked?
Well, at first, I picked... It's okay, Tony.
Miya.
We'll let you off. We'll let you off. At first, I picked this one. I thought I'll go with Anne from Nishani because I find this fragrance very versatile. It's very cloud pleasing. It's easy to wear. It will be enjoyed richly by everyone. And there's just no limit as well. It's very versatile. So every season, it's a lovely vanilla done to perfection. It's not sweet. It's got a hint of spice to it. So it's like a lovely spicy vanilla, not your average sweet, sickly vanilla. And for that reason, I thought I'll go with this one. And then you mentioned the price. I was like, oh no, I can't have this. It's way above the budget. So then I thought I would settle for this one, the Chronic. And this is from Byron, because this, again, very mass appealing, easy to wear, will be enjoyed by everyone. You've got some caramel, there's cinnamon, and they all blend so beautifully together. Just gorgeous stuff. So I thought this would be a nice change to someone used to wearing Sauvage, wearing, 1 million. This will make a lovely change. So I went with the Chronic in the end.
Miya, what are you doing to me? You know what that would do. That is literally, you know what that means to me. So Miya introduced me. Miya introduced me to this fragrance. She very kindly reached out and passed the sample on to me in my early days. And I've since acquired a bottle, and I just love the stuff. Everybody knows that. I go on about too much. It's boring, but it's not a boring fragrance. I never ever get tired of it. It's lovely. So it's made many of Miya's lists. And every time I see one of her list videos, I'm like, oh no, it's going to be in there again, and it's teasing me. But I've got it now. So thank you, Miya, for that. Lovely choice. Great choice. Clémence, what have you picked?
Okay, so for me, I saw his fragrance are quite nice, but again, like mass appealing, very classic. They're nice, but they've got like nothing really very special to me. So if I would pick for this guy a fragrance, I would go definitely something very different, but still mass appealing in a way that I know it will please a lot of people. So for me, I would choose, this is Honeywood. Is this Honeywood? Oh God. Okay, it's a florist. Okay. It's a florist as well, but it's not this bottle, but it looked the same. I just picked the wrong one, okay?
Yeah, you're good.
Sorry. Anyway, so the one I would pick is Honeywood from Florist. So I don't know if you know this house, this British house, but for me, it's the epitome of something ultra classy and elegant. Honeywood smell not really like the animalic wood. It smells like something quite light-hearted wood, with a touch like of freshness at the beginning, but very sensual, like very sexy. It's actually one of the most sexiest fragrances I smell on a man ever. And it's really refined, so it's all in a delicate way, so it will not intoxicate you. So I feel it would fit perfectly in his collection. Won't shock him as well, but would give him something a bit more unique and passionate as well. It's such a beautiful fragrance. And I feel on men like it's just divine. So I feel he would be very happy with that. So that's it.
Men, go out and blight now. There you go. So
Yeah.
thank you,
Oh my God.
Clemence.
Please, like, because if someone wears that, I'm just like dying. So beautiful.
Hillorie, what have you picked?
I went a bit more boring, I guess. I went with CH Men Privé, which I mean, like in the Fragcom, you know, it's talked about a lot. You know, Jeremy hyped the hell out of it, basically. But I mean, it's not sold in local department stores, at least near where I am, and it is pretty cheap. And although it's really sweet and very crowd pleasing, it's not a beast mode performer, so it's not overpowering on anybody, and it has that leather that just makes it a little bit different. And I personally like to wear it myself because I'm a weirdo. And yeah,
Not at all.
yeah,
I think that's a great choice. That's a good choice.
I don't think it's boring at all.
yeah.
And I think it's easily accessible, but you don't smell it much on the high street or out, do you? So I think that actually would work as a next choice on from those fragrances, definitely.
Yeah.
A little bit deeper and darker as well. Great choice. Right, shall we move on to the next question? Let's move on. Right.
Sorry, I'm over enthusiastic, like as always.
Right, so let's move on. We have next one. Right, so you have 0 fragrances in your collection. Not quite sure. I haven't worked out what's happened to them yet, but you're wiped clean of fragrances. You have been cleansed. You've now got to start your fragrance collection all over again. What would be the first fragrance you would purchase again, and why? On to Eve. What have you picked?
Yeah. So if that ever happened to me, God forbid, I want to actually try better to get into fragrances that are all about sustainability and also supporting independent perfumers. So I think my first choice would be Tandem from Pink Mahogany. It's made by an independent perfumer in Texas. And if you haven't smelled it before, it smells just like a mint mojito. I just said in the chat that that's like my favorite drink. And it's just so refreshing and realistic. And the performance on that is just really good. So I think that would kind of help me start off my collection in the right direction.
Excellent. I love mint mojito. Bex would love that. We had one today. That was our cocktail choice of the day. So great choice. I've not tried it again. I'm going to have to write all of these. I'm going to watch this back and write all of your choices down here because you have exquisite taste and I've not tried it. I'd love to try that. That sounds amazing. So let's go on to Claire. What have you picked, Claire?
Oh, me?
Yeah.
So I decided, I'm just shaking it up. So it's kind of like a snow globe. I decided that, unlike Eve, there's no social conscience here whatsoever. Well, I'm not talking about the brand. I'm just talking about my choice. I want something absolutely bloody stunning.
That's a good one.
Nice.
Instagram, I can put nice pictures on my Instagram. But more than that, it's L'Une Feline. It's the vanilla one. It's a gorgeous vanilla resin, that saffron, spices. But it's not that cupcake vanilla. It's this kind of natural vanilla. And it lasts forever. So you literally, if you've only got one bottle, that one takes you through the whole day, probably like 10, 12 hours. And if you're going to have one bottle, it might as well be something absolutely bloody stunning. And you can just like shake it all the time and make all the gold move around. And
This is next level.
So luxurious. That's nice.
Gorgeous.
Well, all the ladies are nodding in agreement, Claire. So I think that's a great choice. I've seen a lot of hype on it. I'm yet to try it. It's a stunning bottle. Absolutely stunning.
It's gold inside. It's just amazing.
Yeah, I have 3 from the house, and I'm kind of obsessed.
so good.
Excellent. Miya, what have you picked?
Do you know what? I actually feel bad showing this one because the amount of time I've talked about this fragrance, it's so boring now. Like, it's ridiculous. Shall I even? I'm even ashamed.
Yeah, sure. It shows that you love it, right? So I think that's a good sign.
So, some of you watching who follows my channel on Instagram, you will know this, and you probably would have guessed when you heard the question. Where are we?
Yes, girl.
Great choice.
That's my choice.
Another lovely fragrance.
That is what I would go and buy, because this fragrance is, as you know, Tony, I know you've sampled this. For me, it's very versatile. I would wear this throughout the year. So if I want to have the one fragrance, I'm gonna go for something that's super versatile, inoffensive. I can wear it to church, I can wear it to disco, I can wear it wherever, you know what I mean? And this will do that for me. If I'm going for an interview, a business meeting, anything, this would be. And I've just seen Karen is saying Sarah Hood. I thought about Sarah Hood, but the only reason I didn't pick that one is the fact that it can be a bit intimidating for some occasions when I want just something toned down, because this is not loud. This is just perfect. It won't offend anyone. Whereas Sarah Hood, some people are too much saffron. So for that reason, I had to go with Mula Mula. And I don't want to even say anymore how it smells. It's just gorgeous. You've got peaches in there. There's some benzoin, nagamota. It's just gorgeous. So that was my choice for the one I would buy the first.
Great choice. And just for disclosure, Miya isn't sponsored by Byron.
No.
I would like to be. I've tried a lot from them now, and I'm in love with the brand. Mula Mula is a great choice. It really is. It's very, very versatile, as Miya says. Lovely, stunning. It's feminine. But a gentleman could get away with it too. But it's lovely, and it lasts, doesn't it? It really does last well. And the price point, I think, for what you're getting, I think very good too.
And as well, loads of compliments on that fragrance. Like everywhere you go, you get so many compliments. So yes, stay tuned this week for what's coming up on Byron's. So yeah.
I hope Nigel's listening. He loves a compliment. I think he thinks it's really important. I'll be in trouble.
Tony, I want people to compliment me, seriously.
Good stuff. Thanks, Miya. Let's move on to Clémence. What have you picked, Clémence?
Okay, so for me that was a big struggle personally, because I can't imagine myself like having not all my fragrance. I think I will die. Sorry to be a drama queen. But I thought that at the beginning I thought I would get my signature scent, which is number 22 from Chanel, or something very niche like Creed Royal Oud. But then I was like, you know what? Like if it's the first fragrance I want to get, I'm going to get something ultra versatile that can go to every situation. And then I'm sure it would work. And it's personally a fragrance I had so many compliments, but it's so simple that it works every day, every night. And it's Burberry London. So this smell is a bright floral. So nothing really special to it, you know. It's like a bright yellow ylang-ylang flower. So it's very solar and it's very creamy at the same time. So nothing really special, but I feel this is the fragrance I pick when I don't know what to wear. So whenever I look at my collection, I'm like, oh, do you know, I don't know what to wear. I'm just like picking this one and I'm like, okay, I know it works. And usually I get nice compliment by my colleagues, so it's a nice bonus. But it's the fragrance that I think I have it since my 16, and I use it like day to day, every season, and it works for everything. So if I have to choose one, I will get this one, and then after I will build up my collection, of course. But for a first start, I think this is always working. So that would be mine.
Fantastic. Great choice, Clémence. Hillorie, what have you picked?
Well, I've probably talked about this fragrance 5,000 times because I'm obsessed with it. So obviously I would have to put it back into my collection. This is the only fragrance I have a backup bottle of, actually, and that's Enchanted Forest from Vagabond Prince. Claire doesn't like it. This is it's a very like black currant dominant fragrance. There's like the black currant berries and the buds and like the leaves and the plant, but then there's also, it smells like pine needles on the ground. So it's like the greenness isn't right up in your face. It's very three-dimensional. So it's literally like you're walking through the woods and you're like smearing black currant jam all over your body. I don't know why you would, but you might as well. And maybe you've got like a black currant wine or something like that, and you can smell the pine needles as you're stepping over them. But it's so good, and I love it.
Sounds amazing.
It's definitely one It's definitely one that I grab for any time I don't know what to wear, or if I do know what to wear and I'm just thinking I want to wear this one, I wear it probably more than I should. For the number of bottles that I have, and I wear that more than anything else. It's kind of crazy.
Like, wait. Oh no, I thought you had like more than one bottle of this one. So I was like, what?
Yeah, no, I have two. I have a backup bottle of that one too.
Right.
Wow.
Yeah.
Every time you describe that scent, and I know you've talked about it before, but I'm always impressed with how you describe it. It makes me want to get a bottle. I've never smelled it.
Yeah,
I grew up in the country. Yeah, exactly. I know. I grew up in the country, and so like, I'm one of 4 kids. So my parents would just kick us out of the house basically when they were tired of us. I don't blame them. And so I would literally climb a tree and read a book, and it smells like the pine, like where you're sitting up in the tree reading, and it's so beautiful. So, yeah.
Well, great description, well described, as Eve said. Lovely choice. Let's move on to the next question, which I'm a little bit nervous about. But Bex came up with this, and she
gave me nearly a heart attack in my bus, just to let you know. And I was with someone, so thank you.
I was out, and I was around children and other people, and I was like, should I listen to this out loud?
Yeah, right.
And then he said, I was like, fine, I don't have earphones. I'm going to have to wait till I get home. So,
Do you know what? I'm waiting, Tony, to hear you talk about the word. I want to listen to you. Please, tell us about this, please.
I have no experience of this, by the way. This was right. So let me tell you a little bit of background on it. Becca said if she was to do the live, which she didn't want to, but if she was to do the live, this is the sort of thing that she would discuss with Claire. So I emailed Claire and said, do you think this would be okay? And Claire said, yeah. I think she might be just trying to stitch me up. So I'm going to blame everybody but myself. I've decided to put the question in, but it came from the mind of my wife, and Claire is an enabler. So anyway, let's move on to the question. Right. I call it the gynae question. Right.
Stop doing the suspense. Go for it.
I just think it's funny to call it gynae. Is that what everybody calls it, gynae?
No. I think I got that from Claire as well.
Okay.
Sony.
That's the first I've heard it.
I don't want to like.
Carry on, mademoiselle.
Right, no. I'm going to move on. Let's move on to the question then. You have got an appointment with your gynecologist about your foof. Sorry, I went in hard. Sorry.
Foof.
No, I didn't. Right, let's rephrase that.
So long to hear that.
You are in the room. And in the room, oh God, is Miya hiding?
It's a good thing. Even if I'm brushing, you wouldn't see it. So that's good. Let's carry on.
Right. So you go into the room of your gynecologist, and you're expecting your normal nurse that you're used to.
Thank you, darling.
Then, to your surprise, in walks the fittest doctor of all time. And you are like, oh, no, I need a spritz. Right. So you rush to the toilet, you excuse yourself, and you open your handbag. This isn't any ordinary handbag. This is a magic handbag. And you get to transport any of your fragrances straight into that handbag for one last spritz before you go back and see the fit gynecologist. What would you pick and why, Eve?
So I thought long and hard about this one.
That's what she said.
Exactly. I decided to go with Memo Paghi's Lalibela. And the reason why it's because it's a sexy fragrance, but it's not overly aggressive, so it doesn't seem like I'm trying too hard. And I think it's It's the one that I wear when I want a specific type of attention from my partner. And so like,
Nicely put.
that's why I would pick that one. But if you haven't smelled it, it's on me, it's a really nice vanilla. It kind of has that gourmand touch because of the vanilla, but it has like an incensey base, and I get some rose and patchouli from it too. So yeah, I like that fragrance a lot.
Excellent. Great choice, Eve. Oh, God, I'm not looking forward to this, I don't think. Oh, I am. Claire.
Have you been following her comments?
I don't want to look down.
I just commented that Eve's choice, Lalibela, does sound rather like Labia.
I think it was a Freudian slip for me too. So.
and I love that you thought long and hard about it as well.
What?
So Tony, the way that you've put it is this gynecologist is super fit. Like you would totally wanna, you'd want to, right?
Yeah.
If he asks for your,
Claire.
if he asks for your number while checking stuff, then you would be happy to give it to him. Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh.
So I'm thinking he's probably professional. Like there's some code of ethics that's probably there that gynecologists are not supposed to come onto their patients, I'm guessing. So to make a doctor break his code of ethics, you're gonna really want to give him some temptation. So I've got Temptation by 4,160 Tuesdays, and this is just one of those really addictive scents. It's kind of like hormones in a bottle. It's one of those to me it's a molecule style scent. It's a little bit sugary. I think it's got things like ambroxan, and it's basically got all the addictive things from modern perfumery in one. That's just alluring and sexy and attractive. It's a bit sugary. It's a little bit like that sexiest scent on the planet, but it's not as fresh. It's just sugary and delicious and addictive, and it's a temptation, and that's what you're going to try and get. So hashtag bean sprayers use Temptation.
Oh.
Very nice.
Just one more thing. Claire had to clarify something to me, didn't you, Claire? So when I asked you the question, you asked something back to me. Can you remember what you said?
Oh, did I ask if you're supposed to spray it on your bits?
Oh no!
Yeah, you
but
did.
You know, Tony, that's what I understood at first as well. I know I'm not English, but I understood that at the beginning. I was like, what the hell? Like, is that really a thing?
Did you Google it?
And then I really sent to you, and I was like, oh no, Clémence, no, don't go there.
Miya, I'm very sorry. What have you gone for?
Now, I'm going to come back to Earth on this one. So if I had it my way, probably I would have loved to sample the one that's, is it Erika Badu? She came out, I think, with a fragrance that's made out of AV. So I think that would... Tony, your face. Yes, you heard that correctly. So a fragrance that's meant to smell how AV smells. So I would think, and believe it or not, this is known that especially the faces, you guys, this is known that lots of even these workers, they've used it as a secret charm to use their bodily, to make a fragrance especially for them to attract their, So that, if I could, that is what I would have. That is what I would have on, but obviously not. So we went with Tom Ford Noir Parfum because this is so essential. This is my go-to. This is my go-to for date night. It's on. I don't have to say anything. It's on. You know it's on. I put this one on, you know it's on. This is just gorgeous. It's essential. It lasts. It's just divine. And for me, this is what I would go for. And this is loved like other people around you. Like you walk in, he's literally going to be turning around like, no, who's next? Let's check the list. Who's the next patient? You know what I mean? So that is my go-to. It's a lovely vanilla. You've got blood orange. There's that coffee accord. It's just gorgeous. And I think he's got his own formula that is added to this because it's so super unique. It's so gorgeous. And I know that some of you are very familiar with this one. It's Noir Parfum Tom Ford. So this would be my go-to, and I just love how it smells. And this, for me, it performs, it works, and there's never been a time when it's failed me. So that would be my go-to. But yeah, that's because I don't have all the other specials that I would otherwise go to.
Miya, you brought up Erykah Badu's scent. I heard of that. So is that true that she made a perfume for that particular? Yeah. It is, okay.
Yes, and I spoke to a perfumer about this because I was thinking to myself, how much does she need to carry on doing this for them to keep production? So he said to me, he said, believe it or not, I've actually got private clients that come on, you know, especially for that I make every so often so much for them that you won't believe this actually, there's so much big market for this. And it's been used throughout the centuries, apparently. So, yes, that fragrance is on the market. I've not had the chance to smell it, but
I haven't
it's intriguing. And just to add on to that, the perfumer I spoke to said how they would carry on production with that would be that they would capture that essence and then obviously synthetically make a smell that matched to that and then carry on production. So yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
I'd love to do the research for that.
Yeah, check it out. Have a look. So
just and plug my phone in, sorry.
I think that lots of people are saying that, oh, she's only naming it this way just to create so much buzz around the fragrance, etc., etc. So it is, if it is just that she just named it that, smell my V, it could be a good marketing strategy because then people are just naturally curious. Like, even if I want to wear it, it's like Secret's Magnifique. Everyone is like, oh, I would love to try it just because you've heard things said about it. So if it is just a marketing strategy, good for her because it's worked. It created such a buzz. So yeah.
Yeah, I bought the Gwyneth Paltrow smells like my vagina candle.
Yeah. Yes, I was gonna say that she's got So Erykah is not the first one. There's few others that have tried that. So yeah. How does that candle smell? I'm curious. Sorry, I've never had the chance to smell it.
It's very
rosy. Sorry, Hillorie.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Sorry, Hillorie. No, you go ahead. Sorry.
Oh, it's kind of reminiscent of Oud Bouquet from Lancôme without the praline. It's very rosy, very rich, and overly sweet. Too sweet for me, actually. The one have this smells like my orgasm candle, and that one smells better. That's more of like a sweet grapefruit with some greenness. So, yeah.
Clemence, I will move on. Just 2 seconds. I see a comment from Jackie that said the whole of fragrance community is now tagged. They're all tagged.
How do you tag your whole? Never mind.
Tag the whole of Fragcom with the gynae question. Right. On to
make this a tag video. These questions, put them in the description and tag everyone in the live stream to do these questions.
There we go. That's a great idea.
That's a great idea.
Great idea. I'll put the questions in the comments when I've finished then.
Yeah.
Clemence, on to your choice. You've been waiting patiently with your bunny.
Yeah, look. That's my belly. Sorry, like
Thanks,
he's
Maya,
on.
by
He's
the
on
way.
my feed,
Thank you,
so
Maya.
I'm trying to voila. So my scent for that. So I mean, when I want to charm someone, I will go over the top. Like I will get something really intoxicated to make sure he sees that I'm here. Because I always need to be like that, a bit over the top. So I'm gonna go extra, and I'm gonna take my scent when I want to impress the man. So I will take MFK, Francis Cœur des Gens, and I will get Grand Soir. So this is my favorite amber scent. And it's quite an easy scent as well, like classic amber, but it's got a lot of depth and a lot of like, I don't know, it's ultra sexy when you wear it. And it's like a projection that is not like, I mean, killing everyone around, but give like something ultra sensual and sexy. And I feel like if I'm in this type of position, I would love, I'm sure that the person is going to remark me without being like too sweet or too crazy scent. This is really elegant. What is doing Claire? Like she's like eating something. What are you doing?
Get the ice cubes out of the ice tray.
Jesus, just drop it once.
Oh, it's not working.
So yeah, I will go for Grand Soir, and this is actually one of my favorite scents that I discovered last year, and it works for I think every season to me in the evening for a date. So I feel like if I want to impress someone, I will definitely go for that. So that will be my choice.
This gets so much hype. I've yet to try it, and I feel bad for not so far because I've seen so many people.
If you want to try a good amber scent, for me, this is so good, and it's not overly heavy. You do have something very fizzy that uplifts the fragrance and make it quite easy to wear. So it's nothing like sweet. It's just so elegant. You need to try Tony. It's beautiful.
I love that one. It's such a good amber scent.
Yeah.
Hillorie, what have you picked?
Well, can I have a lady gynecologist?
Of course.
Okay, great. I was like, if a dude gynecologist comes in, I don't give a, never mind. So I think I don't usually consider fragrances to be very sexy, maybe just because I'm in big awkward pants. But SP Musk by SP Parfums is probably like, it's just the most sexy fragrance I've ever smelled in my life. It is so beautiful, like patchouli and musk and hawthorn, and it's sweet and like billowy. I've never like smelled anybody do patchouli like Sven Pritzgelite does. It is just gorgeous. And yeah, it'd work for me. I'd just be sliding off my chair immediately. So
Claire sent a sample of that to me and or to Bex, really, and that is gorgeous. It's
Isn't
a
it?
lovely, lovely fragrance. Yes, it is lovely. It's going to cost me a fortune, I think.
I think it was 129 squiggly C's. What is euros or something?
Euros.
Yes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Squiggly
Nice,
C.
lovely.
I got what you meant.
Yeah, what was the other? I just called the pounds just straight up squiggles, the squiggly L's. Oh gosh.
Right, the next question just drops us straight back into down to earth again. Very, very easy, sweet question, I think. And I don't think my wife would mind saying it, but we thought we had to go and buy my daughter for the first time. I took her and we went to pick some deodorant. She's 8 years old and we needed to pick some deodorant. And it got me thinking about what her first female fragrance will be, an adult fragrance. And I'm thinking maybe when she goes to secondary school, what would she like to wear? Maybe even for her first day. And who better to ask than have 5 lovely ladies in the room to give her that advice? Eve, what would you pick for her?
So I went with Nina from Nina Ricci because I think it's a very cute fragrance that has a lot of personality, and especially if she's the type of person who likes sweets, I think it's fitting. It smells like a fresh caramelized apple to me. So yeah, something simple and sweet.
Sounds like a lovely choice. Claire, what have you picked?
Well, I actually gave this one quite a lot of thought, and I haven't got a bottle, but I have actually worn this. I have had bottles, and I've got adult friends that have worn this as well. And it's the Soap and Glory perfume. Soap and Glory is a brand. It's based in the UK, but I think it might have spread out to the States now as well.
Yeah.
They do really nice, affordable bath and body products with lovely scents. And the perfume is a very sweet, fruity floral in a really nice, attractive way. It certainly isn't niche, but it's the kind of fragrance that she will fit in with all her friends. She's not gonna smell like too bougie, too upmarket. It's £15 for a bottle, so you don't mind. A 12-year-old's gonna overspray. She's gonna get through it pretty quick. And you can get a matching body spray as well, so she can take the body spray to school in her bag and just spray the perfume in the morning. And she's going to smell young, pretty, like candies, like the kids like to smell. And I would totally do that for a 12-year-old.
That sounds like a lovely choice. And I see Mia's just held up the box. So
yeah, no, I was just showing, because as she was saying that the people who are not familiar with the Soap and Glory, I thought I just show so that you can see. I love Soap and Glory, their bath products. I always love their shower gels. I love both scrubs, you name it. So I always stock up when it's Christmas time. I buy the big boxes so that I'll have enough for the year until the next time they come back in the sale for the Christmas period. Anyway, moving along, what would I have my daughter wear in that time? Because she already has a little collection of fragrances. And
what is it gonna be?
no, this was very easy because I did ask her. So her choice was she would wear this one, Britney Spears, and this is the VIP private show. It's very sweet, fresh. It's just gorgeous. Like, it's just gonna smell like candy and stuff. But it's nice for a girl our age. This would be nice, and it performs quite nicely too, and it's cheap. I think this one I bought probably about £10, if not less, and this is a 50 ml bottle. But my choice for her, if it were up to me, I would probably give her this one, Olympia by Paco Rabanne, because this is just lovely, sea salt fresh, just gorgeous. You've got some vanilla, just gorgeous, and it's very easy to wear. And it's inoffensive as well. So everyone around her will enjoy it, because I was too careful in my choice not to have something that would be too sweet, where it puts off those around you, where it becomes sickly. So you want something that's just going to be perfect, easy wear, but you're smelling lovely, fresh. So I would go with that one. Olympia, and her choice was VIP Britney Spears.
excellent.
That would be my choices. So yeah.
Thanks, Miya. Clemence, what have you picked?
Okay, so for me, I would treat your daughter as mine if I had one. So I will get her something that is very elegant, that is not over the top. I will get her something slightly floral, a bit fruity, so for a bit of lively, useful freshness, but also something quite musky, smells clean, and is a bit cloudy, so not too much. And I also thought that I would get her something that, I mean, my first fragrance, for example, was a Chanel fragrance, and I think Chanel are very elegant and timeless scent. So I would get her something a bit more playful, and it will be a Chance from Chanel, but the Eau Tendre one, so that's the pink bottle. And it's a musky white musk fragrance. So you have really that cottony, clean effect that doesn't give too much. And you've got this slight tone of jasmine that is very light-hearted, that I think could be nice for a 12-year-old girl. And yeah, I feel it would work all the time. It will be something that she could spray as much as you want. It will never be too much for a little friends at school and things like that. So yeah, I would go for that. And I think that if she gets something like that, probably she will be used to something that I think for me is quite good taste. So maybe she would like to go for something in this way, which I really personally very happy of. So that's my choice.
Great choice. Thank you, Clémence. Hillorie, what have you picked?
So if I had a little girl who was going to start school, like my little one has already, he like peruses through my collection, so he's already got some expensive taste. Lord help me. So I feel like I would like to get a girl something special for her first day of secondary school, I guess. So maybe something that is a little bit niche, but not too crazy. So I would think I would go with Cassili from Parfums de Marly. It's got notes of like plum and frangipani and red currant, but it really comes off kind of peachy. And it's just kind of young and juvenile and innocent and carefree. But it's not it's not going to, overwhelm any of her classmates. It's not going to perform too strongly. It's just going to be nice and pretty. And then she'll have this nice, pretty bottle to look at and know that it's special. So
those bottles are gorgeous, aren't they?
Yeah.
They really are.
Yeah.
She'd love to have that on her bedside cabinet, I'm sure. It's lovely.
Yeah. And they're available at discounters already. So Lord.
Really?
Yes, I'm a discount shopper.
Good on you. No, it's great. I keep getting questions in there, but I'm not going to ask it straight after that one. Let's move on to question 7. Right, so this is the care home question. We have Doris. Doris is 85 years old. She lives in a care home and she has a crush on Alf. Alf is also in the care home with her. Doris hasn't got any fragrances. Unfortunately, she wasn't able to take any with her. You are a care assistant and she is your favourite resident and you want to hook her up with something lovely so she can attract Alf. What would you recommend to Doris? Eve, you're first.
So I should have asked this before, but is Doris trying to get Alf into the sack or like just dating?
If it's possible, I think she would.
Okay.
But I think maybe let's just say for dinner. Let's go.
Okay.
Let's. We've had those type of questions.
Yeah, too much, right? So okay.
Let's go for dinner.
So then I would go with the classic. I decided to go with Shalimar from Guerlain, and it's a timeless classic. It transcends time, and to me, it is a very sexy scent. And I think someone like Doris, or at least who I picture Doris to be, can totally pull that fragrance off.
Lovely choice. Timeless, as you said, and lovely for that age range. I'm not saying it doesn't suit younger people, but if she was I forgot to mention, she was once a bit of a frag head. She loves fragrances, so I think that's perfect.
Yeah.
So, Claire, what have you picked?
Oh, well, I'd first like to say that I really hope that Doris can pull off Shalimar, but even more, I hope that she can pull off Alf.
Depends on your choice.
I'm sorry.
That's okay, darling.
I couldn't not. So I'm actually thinking they're kind of at the end of their lifespan, and I don't mean to be nasty, but when you reach 80, you don't really every day is a blessing, I would imagine. So I don't think she needs to be worrying about dinner or the sack. I think she just needs to get him down the aisle. So I've chosen Le Plus Beau Jour de ma Vie.
Beautifully said, Claire.
The most beautiful day of my life. And it's by Guerlain. That's my little atomizer. And it's basically all about weddings. It smells of wedding bouquet of orange blossoms. A typical Francais wedding with sugared almonds. And it is a little bit of anise, which is almost like the pastis that you have in France, like a Pernod liqueur. And lots and lots of vanilla, a tiny hint of incense, lots of clean musk, the perfect wedding day fragrance. So I don't think they should be hanging around, really. Do you know what I mean?
I do. Lovely choice. And it looked like it was going south, and then you rescued it, which I really liked. Got that warm fuzzy feeling inside, Claire.
That's the Carlsberg.
It might be that. Miya, what have you picked?
I went more classic. I went for the classic choices, and as Eve was talking there when she mentioned Shalimar, I was like, I nearly picked that, but then I actually at first picked the Shalimar, but then I decided I'll go with her sister instead, and I went with Samsara.
Oh.
So I went with a classic, something. This is just gorgeous. First sandalwood fragrance, just the first Oriental fragrance, the first time they used the sandalwood in fragrances, because before they were always using it for spiritual reasons, etc. And this is just gorgeous, and it's based about love as well. So what better way for them, you know, if she can get her man, this is for him, made for the woman he loved. So I went with Samsara. So you've got some jasmine in there, some sandalwood. It's just a gorgeous fragrance, and I think for that edge, inner edge, this would be something that would be a welcome, refreshing, something different, a lovely smell compared to where she is. And I will hope that she would get a man. And that was my choice. I as well did think about Coco Chanel. I thought because she was a collector, it would be nice, I would imagine, if she collected fragrances all her life and she's in her 80s. This would have been a fragrance that you would be very familiar and aware of. So I thought that, again, would be a good choice. So, yeah. Those were my choices.
Great choice. Great choice, Miya. Clemence, what have you picked for this one?
Yeah, so I had a lot of thinking. I was like, should I go classic or should I go a bit, you know what I mean? But I decided to go a bit of both because I had actually a weird experience one day. I was like going to the tube station in London, and I wore this fragrance, which is Chanel 1932. So one of les exclusive one, very powdery, very oriental, but a touch of grapefruit. So fruity, but like really round and powdery, and it leaves a strong sillage. So I was going to the tube station, right? And there's a man, like kind of the same age as the lady we're talking about. And he grabbed me by the hand and he's like, "You smell so good. What's the fragrance?" And I was just like petrified. It was like 8 a.m. and I was like, yeah, it's Chanel. And then I literally a bit ran away, you know. So I thought, you know, if this man really like that, I think she should wear that as well. So I think it's one of the fragrances that leaves one of the best sillage because it's so powdery. It's got a lot of iris, and iris gives that really projecting powdery feeling, which is really intense. And in this one, you can really, really smell it. So it's elegant, but at the same time, it's a bit, you know, dirty, sexy. So I think that could be nice.
Lovely choice.
Iris,
did you recover from being grabbed? Did he let go of you quite quickly, or did you have to make a run for it? That's brilliant. Right, Hillorie, what have you picked?
So I almost went with Shalimar, but I ended up going with Lancome's Poème. This is like the ultimate yellow floral fragrance. It's like mimosa, there's ylang ylang and poppy and datura, freesia. I mean, like there's all the flowers. I don't even know. There's lots of flowers in this bitch. Oh, I'm so sorry. It's been a long day. There's so many flowers in this fragrance. And it is it's kind of powdery. There's some vanilla. And it's just kind of, I don't know, it's sweet and inviting, but it's also kind of classic smelling, and yeah, it's just really beautiful. So it's Poème Lancôme.
Nice.
Very nice.
Great choice. Some really classy choice. I think we definitely got the brief on that one, ladies. That was awesome. Excellent. Right. On to the last question.
Tony, before we go on, I think we've only got one more question, haven't we?
Okay. Yep.
But
we have.
The overwhelming thing that I'm getting from the live chat is they want you to answer the gynecologist question.
Okay.
They want you.
How's it worded?
Right. Well, so Tony, you go to the doctor because you have a little problem with your winkle. And you're expecting to see the usual doctor. You go to Dr. Rahman and you feel quite comfortable with Dr. Rahman. You've known him years. However, Dr. Rahman's not available today. It's a locum and it's a fit 25-year-old firecracker of a female locum doctor. And you've got your man bag and you've got 5 minutes and your man bag
that would give me no chance straight away, would it?
I think this won't even happen. There's gonna be Bex somewhere.
She knows she's going to be in the chat.
So you can reach into your man bag, your sac magique, and you can pull out one fragrance to impress. And you don't have to spray it. You don't have to be a hashtag ball sprayer. You can just spray it elsewhere on your body, but you want to impress. What is the fragrance?
So part of the ball spraying squad then. Right. Thanks for that. I put, you know what, and I didn't put you lot on the spot, but I've been put on the spot and I'll answer it. It's fine. I'm going to go for something very, very fresh to freshen up the boxer shorts region. And
oh, lovely.
Yeah, not Y fronts. Like
what's
that,
a Y
like Barry
front?
in the ask Barry or John.
I'm afraid to ask Barry anything.
Do you know Homer Simpson, Hillorie?
I'm sorry, do I know whom?
Homer Simpson.
Yes, yeah.
You know, sometimes he's just in his pants or what do you call them? Underwear.
Underwear, yeah.
He's got like the white little pants.
Oh, tidy whities?
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
Y front.
Okay, gotcha.
But they're usually horrible colours like brown and creams
Yeah,
and stuff.
they're obviously stained in the washings and stained. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
cute.
Right, well, I'll tell you what I'm going to do, and you can talk to the people in comments for 2 seconds. I'm going to run and go and get the fragrance. You'll hear me as I go. I can hear you, so don't think that you can't be heard because you're in here, okay? Right, I'm going to go and get the fragrance.
You're not going to escape like this. You better run.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going. 1 second, I'm going.
Run. You see him running. He's scared.
Get my charger too.
Thank you, Claire.
Yeah.
You just make our host leave.
Stream ended.
Come back.
It's all right, though. It's all right. Oh, my God, that question.
That question.
Wayne says, Hillorie, would you like a photo? No. I'm all right.
No, that's okay. Let's just leave it. Please.
We're just taking a photo. Hold on.
Oh, God. Bless America.
Right, here we go. Oh, my little dog's just taken himself to bed, bless him.
Oh.
Marcus is going to fetch a fragrance. He's going to show us a fragrance he would choose.
Right, so here we go. So here's the choice. It's nothing special, but it is something I think would work in this situation for the ball spraying, and that is Versace Man Eau Fraiche. Nothing really, really special, but very, very fresh, very clean smelling, like you've just come out of the shower, very soapy. I think that would work for the ball spraying, 100%. So that is my choice. There we go. Hope that's answered it okay.
Yeah.
Completely on the back foot there. Right, shall we move on to the final question?
I'm ready.
Are we ready? Right, so this is Claire's question. Claire, can you ask it for me, please?
Oh, I can't remember what I said now.
I'll give it's the horrendous work colleague question.
Yes. So every day you go to work, there's this one person who won't leave you alone, who always bothers you. He's creepy. He's kind of, it just creeps you out. He's a bit stalkery. So you want to choose a fragrance that keeps him away. You want to choose a fragrance that's repulsive to keep him from coming near you, to put him off, what would you choose?
So
Great question.
I apologize to anyone who wears this fragrance or who likes it. Disclaimer, right? So I went with Kingdom from Alexander McQueen, and it's because that smells like unwashed bodies to me, on my skin at least. Yeah, and it does have like the celery note on it that is a little off-putting, but when I did try it on skin, it smelled like an unwashed body. So that's my choice.
Great choice.
Good one. Very good one.
Claire, would you like to answer your own question? Because you've obviously thought about this.
Yes. What did I go for in the end? I'm trying to think. Oh, I know. Yeah. I went for the original bat from Zoologist. So not the current formulation, which I recently reviewed and was surprised at actually how beautiful it is. But the pre-reform was really heavy with the soil note. And I remember actually, I have a work memory of I sprayed it on a piece of paper. I had a sample and I sprayed it on a piece of paper and I left it on my desk. And it was so strong, I was always smelling it throughout the day. And then I went home, went back to work the next day, and I was like, what is that smell? And this little piece of paper was projecting back the following day, projecting this earthy soil. And the earthy soil note is so strong. And I think that most people would think that there's something slightly weird about you. It's not exactly repulsive. I could have gone for the somber, which is the one that smells like vomit and rotten flesh that Prim Longross made. But that I thought, no, maybe that's too obvious. I think with bats, it's not exactly repulsive, but it is weird, and you do smell like soil. And I think maybe that would be enough to keep this said colleague at arm's length.
I actually wear a bat.
Sorry.
Oh,
We knew this was coming.
That's why I did my disclaimer.
Oops.
let's move on. Just
Right.
Miya,
go.
rescue us.
Right, my choice for this question, I thought about something in my collection, and to be honest, I couldn't think of something that was as bad. But the one fragrance I thought of which would fit this situation is a fragrance sample I was sent. And I sprayed this fragrance. Oh my gosh, it was awful. Smelled like rotten eggs, like fats, like just it smelled so gross. It was so bad. Even when I went and took wipes and literally cleaned it off my skin, spread something else, believe it or not, I went had the shower, it was still on my skin. I had to have like 3 showers and constantly washing my arm for it to go away. And even those wipes I had used at first to wipe it off, they were still in the bin. I could smell them. So literally I was like, that's it. There's not much in it, but it's going out. And I took it out. And this fragrance is from a house out of Sweden, and it's called Panadora Sweden. And this was the fragrance. Where am I? That is the fragrance. The fragrance is called Broom Bouquet. For goodness sake, where's my camera? There. That is what it's called. And this fragrance, that's the sample, by the way. I still have it. So this is on its way to someone in the house. They know themselves. I just haven't posted it, which is a good thing that I didn't, because I could use it. So in the notes in this one, and this is when I was looking, I was like, what? Is that really a fragrance note? Since when? And the notes in this one, the top, you've got Spanish orange blossom, you've got galbanum and bergamot. In the mid, there's wild jasmine, there's rose, damask rose, there's lemon, and there's yolk.
Ooh.
Yes.
As in egg yolk.
Wow.
Yes. It says yolk. So it should be, I think, an egg yolk.
That should do the job.
You've got violet, and then there's yelling, I'm not sure if this is meant to be a misspelling of hilang hilang. And as well, in the best note, you've got musk, patchouli, amber, sandalwood, and vetiver and moss as well. So this, I would love, actually, an idea for this. When the next person gets it, pass it on to Tony. If possible, pass it on to Claire, because I would love to hear your thoughts on it. It smells absolute gross. It's nothing else in my... No offense to the brand, but I don't want it on my skin. It's awful. I spread it like literally as soon as I finished, and to make matters worse, I was on a live. I was like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna vomit. I wish it was feeling like I'm gonna be sick. I wish it finished, opened the windows. I had to bring the fan to air out the room. That's how bad it smelled. So that would be the fragrance I would choose, hoping this guy will literally stand miles from me. I think that would be enough to put off someone. Yeah.
I think that could work, Mia. Especially with the egg yolk in. Clemence, thanks, Mia. Clemence, what have you picked?
So I would go slightly different because personally, I will not be able to wear something I find gross or not nice on me. So I would think I would go very sassy, and I will take a fragrance that every time I wear it makes me ultra confident and want to like. I'm very straightforward, so I think I will just go to this guy, wear my fragrance, and be like, "You're not gonna annoy me like that, and you're gonna get out." Like, so I'm gonna wear Miller Harris, and it's called Leather Rouge. And if you know Tom Ford Tuscan leather, this is slightly like this, but this one's got more, I would say, leather. So it's very intense, opulent. It's like a rebel. It's like a leather jacket, but very powerful and very deep, dark. So I would wear that, and I would go to this person and be like, "Guy, you need to stop because I'm gonna kick you out of this place." That's it. So yeah.
Excellent, and great choice, Clemence. So you've got it in your collection, though. Do you enjoy it or not? Is it something that you think is just too powerful, or you love it?
I absolutely love it. I just only wear it when I'm very, there's those days I feel I need a bit of confidence, and I'm also not in the best mood, and I don't want to talk to anyone. So I would wear this fragrance because I'm sure usually like it gives that very deep dark vibe. So I'm sure that no one would kind of approach me, or maybe that's just my face, but I don't know.
So if you're feeling unapproachable, then you'd wear it.
Exactly.
Excellent. I might have to get some. I'll never be approached. So there we go. Great choice. Hillorie, what would you like to pick? What do you pick for this?
I would pick Zoologist Hyrax. Yeah, as a dog groomer, one of the biggest things that I wanted with fragrance was to not smell like a dog groomer, because we get anal glands on us, we get peed and pooped on. Worse, everything. There's dogs have jizzed on the table before. Like, it's just not a pretty profession. And yeah, it's cool. So when I first smelled Hyrax, I like first whiff, I was like, okay, this isn't terrible. And then like within 2 or 3 seconds, it was straight anal glands. Like, it just smelled like juice. And yeah, it's pretty repulsive. I actually sent my sample to Lucas Poe. I don't know if he's still in the comments, and he sprayed it in his office, and apparently his office still smells of butt juice. So
oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Butt juice in a bottle. I love it.
So it's a winner. Robes 08 loves it.
Does he really or not? Is that a joke?
No, he likes the weird skanky stuff. Yeah, he likes the skanky stuff. But it's pretty raunchy. Yeah. And I love Zoologist, but they really went out of their way with that one. Yeah.
It sounds like they got some pretty daring stuff, haven't they? I think they pushed the boundaries a little bit.
Yeah.
Well, ladies, that's the questions done. We've done with the questions. So thank you all very much. Shall we go to some of the questions? Shall we see if anyone's got any questions in the comments before we go? Have any of you got any questions at all to each other? If not, it doesn't matter.
I did have a comment, if you don't mind.
Okay.
I know Miya had recently interviewed, I think, Nick Ricardo, and I love that interview that you did with him. And I just love that you feature these perfumers on your channel. So yeah, I've been loving the work that you've been doing.
Thank you so much. There's more coming up, so stay tuned.
Awesome.
Yeah. Yeah, I just think it's a good thing to feature, especially some of these not so mainstream brands that people should know about them, because if we don't know that they exist, how are we going to be able to sample their fragrances? So it's just a question of putting them out there, just a bit more awareness to their brand, because I think these small brands, they need us, they need all the support they can get, because they don't have massive campaigns behind them. So it's reach out to bloggers, spreading the words, and so thank you so much.
Excellent. Claire, have you got any questions for anybody, or are you good?
Yes, I've got a question for you.
Oh no.
Oh la la. She says this in a way like, yes, you.
No, it's
I'm
not
talking
that bad.
to you.
It's not so bad. If you could pick one signature scent for Bex to wear all the time, what would it be?
Good one.
I've got a couple of real favourites on Bex. I'll tell you one that she tried recently, and I don't know if she can put it in the chat or John can put it in the chat, but it is one from the Charnay, and it wasn't Fan Your Flames. I'm not sure if he's still in there.
There was one called Love and Tears.
Love and Tears, that was the one. I think it was Love and Tears
yeah.
from the Charnay. And that was just absolutely gorgeous. So we fell in love with that. That was love at first sniff for me. I think that is gorgeous on her. I've always loved, some of the stuff that really, really pretty on her. I love the VS Bell on her. That really, really suits her. And I also love just standard Alien on her. That was pretty much a signature scent of hers. But if I was going to pick one, Moolah Moolah, that she loves that as well. I'll tell you what I'm going to go with. I'm going to be sponsored by Byron as well here. And I'm going to go with Pirates from Byron Parfums.
Gorgeous. Gorgeous floral.
And that gives me that slight, I think I've told you this, Mia, it gives me that slight alien feel to it, but it's much more resinous than that. And it's lovely.
There's Bex saying unsubbed.
So someone just said my rug's just moved as well. So we've got Teddy on the floor here, bless him. So no, thank you. That's a great question. Thank you, Claire. I'm going to go with Pirates from Byron then. That's my final choice. Sorry I waffled.
No, that's fine, Tony. Great choices. Actually, all the ones you just said, Moolah Moolah, Pirates, Alien, La Vie est Belle. You know, I love all those fragrances. La Vie est Belle is one of my favorite designer fragrances. And I've worn that like since it came out till now. It's one of my go-to winter fragrances. And what I wanted to say was, it's so very nice of you, very kind, generous with your time, Tony, that you actually got us ladies on your platform, because I've noticed that there is almost, I wouldn't say a segregation, but female reviewers, when it comes to engaging or involvement with their community, we are always kind of sidelined. And especially maybe even for Black reviewers, because I don't feel there's many male reviewers out there who come out to me, oh, would you like to do a collaboration, or would you like to come on my channel? I have a few that have subscribed and they comment frequently, but it's not a lot. I feel like even when there's a list, when men do review as their favorite YouTube reviewers, you will see there's a list of 10. Chances are it's going to be 10 male, or maybe 9 male with the 1 female. But you know what? As female reviewers, we do put in as much work as the male reviewers. And personally, as a mom, I have so much to do. I feel like I do so much. It would be just nice for people to appreciate that you actually made an effort. Like, reviewers, male reviewers need to value more as well the female reviewers, because we do contribute quite a lot. And I know the ladies on here, they all talk about male fragrances. So even on my channel, you know this, I'm not only about the girly fragrances, I talk about all the fragrances. So it's so very nice of you that you brought us on, and so many of your friends are here, some very familiar faces, some I haven't seen before. So it's very nice. I just wanted to say thank you for bringing us on. Well done, you.
Thank you, Miya. That's really lovely of you to say. You know what? I mean, it's not difficult for me to do. I think you from this stream, I think you can see how passionate you all are about fragrance. So I don't think that matters to me whether you're male or female. If you love fragrance, and you're gonna interact with people that you naturally like and are drawn to.
Absolutely.
I could have gone and asked. I'm not being horrible to people here, but I could have gone and asked bigger channels, but I didn't want to do that. I wanted to pick people that I interact with and I like their channels as well. And that's important to me, to support the people that also are supporting me too. And
Absolutely.
I think in some way you've all done that. So thank you for coming on. Thanks to everybody here. It's lovely of you.
You know, that's what I think as well. You know, it's all about. I personally agree with you, Miya. I think you've made a very good point. I personally as well, like Tony, don't like. I'm gonna be very rude, but I don't give a fuck if there's ladies, men. I just talk to the person, and I feel that is. I remember Tony, we had a live last week, and you said something that really. I thought about it after, and I was like, "Oh my god, he's so right." You said that the most important thing with what you created with your YouTube channel was to connect with people, and for me, that's really my main thing as well. I was able to know every one of you, and that was such a pleasure. Like, I remember meeting Miya, you know, at an event. She was so lovely. I met Claire in the Lush event, and you know, I can talk to you like this, which is so nice, and you're so amazing people. So I think for me, it's all about that, and I'm just trying to talk with person, and that's it.
Absolutely.
I don't know if that makes sense. I don't know where I'm going with that, but I don't know.
It makes absolute sense, and yeah, right, Clemence. It's not, and even Tony. It's not about how big the channel is. I support a lot of small channels as much as I do the big channels, because even the big channels now, they were small at some point. They were where we are at some point. I don't think anyone got on here the first day and they were in their 50,000s or 80 or 100 or a million. Do you know what I mean? We all have to start from somewhere. So yeah, that's all.
Thank you. I think I've got some questions. I'm being like, thank you so much, Miya, for bringing that up. Thanks, ladies, again. My brother wants to ask a question. I've got Meadsy69. I'm very sorry, Darren, his name is. I didn't see his question. So if you could ask the question again, that would be great. Or if Becca could ask the question for him, quickly type, I'll ask the question. I'm a bit scared about what's going to come out knowing my brother, but, you know, we'll answer it if we can.
Tony, how old's your brother?
How old's my brother? He's 31, 32. I'm the oldest of four. I've got three younger brothers. And I don't know if that comes across. I'm quite a paternal and protective person. And I think that comes from having three younger brothers, definitely. So, Darren, have you got any question?
You all look younger. Like, I mean, I had a mental freeze actually at the beginning of the live, because Tony, you said your age, and I like Becca, like I don't know if you are the same age, but you look fucking young.
Thank you. Becca is a bit younger than me. Becca's 31 as well, so she is a little bit younger than me. Bless her.
Jesus Christ! Like, I really thought you were my age, guys. Like, I was just Jesus. Wow. What is your facial?
I can't take any credit. Apparently, it's all down to Becca.
Wow.
She keeps me young. She apparently dresses me. She tells me what to buy. She tells me how to do my hair. She doesn't. That's all me. But she thinks that it's her.
That's right.
But thank you for that. I will take that. I won't get out of this room tonight. I won't get out the door, but thank you.
Sorry.
I've just
Excellent.
realized, Clemence, when you said about the age, I just realized I didn't say my age. Did that matter? I'm 37. It's my birthday next month. I will be 38.
Oh my God. But the same as well, Miya. And you've got all your family with you as well. Jesus Christ. And, do you know, like when I saw you as well, I thought you were so useful and everything. And when you start talking about your children, I was like, what the hell? And I was like, I'm so late. What am I doing?
You know what, Clemence? I'll tell you something funny. When I started a new job, 5-6 years ago, I started a new job. 5 years ago, I think, or so. So I at work, I just happened to mention, talking to the ladies, like, oh, my son is gonna be, going to year 1. At the time, he was gonna be in year 1 because he's going to year 5 now. And then this girl came to ask me because she was a teen mom. So she came to ask me, oh my gosh, how does it feel being a teen mom? Can you just tell me a little bit, pointers? I was
my God.
Like, I don't know. How am I supposed to know that? First at 28. Yeah.
That's an amazing compliment.
Yeah.
What the hell?
I hope I look that good after I have kids.
No, I think the annoying thing for me was when I would be asked for IDs in the shop when I'm buying alcohol. Like, Richie, I'm in Sainsbury's and the cashier is going, can I see your ID for alcohol? I'm like, for goodness sake, I'm with my kids.
Me too. They always ask me, but I don't know why. I'm not flattered. I'm screaming on them. I'm like, Jesus Christ, look at me.
My gray hair is about to start. Yeah.
Apparently Heather has a question. I'm not sure what the question is again. So I've missed it, I think. So I apologise for that. The chat goes so quickly. I can't keep everyone. They're all probably taking the nick out of me most of the time, which I don't mind. I can take it. But apparently Heather has. Okay, thanks, Claire.
There's quite a few people that are kind of like pushing this question. They want us to scent each other. So they want
that's a good one.
To choose a scent for each other.
Okay. So how should we do this? So we're 6 of us.
I'm not quite sure how we do
I need to think about that.
Oh, maybe just each one of us choose just one person and give this person a scent.
Okay, we'll start with you then, Clemence. Who are you going to?
You start.
Oh, okay, all right. You take it like this. Okay. Let me think. Oh my God. I'm gonna go. Yeah. Okay. Jesus Christ. I want to go for Hillorie, first of all, because I really appreciate what Hillorie did. I don't know if it was a few weeks ago, or, about the video that you've done for Love is Love, for the Pride. Yeah. And I really appreciate it. I thought that was really great, especially on YouTube. Like, sometimes how YouTube can be very unfair and you have some trolls coming in. And I thought it was really brave and really nice to have that vibe. So I will pick for you something that I really like, but is totally unisex. And I will go for you because I think you're a queen to have done that. So I will give you one of my favorite scents, and it's Creed Royal Oud. Just because it's one of my favorite scents, and I feel you deserved really the trophy of, this is amazing and positive vibes. So I think you deserve it, and it's totally unisex, not too woody, not too light as well. So I think you deserve that.
Thank you.
That's okay.
That was so sweet.
I know. Can we all cry?
We'll do this as a fragrance tag then. So next, then we'll move on to Hillorie. You pick Hillorie. Who? Hillorie, you pick someone. Okay. Pick a fragrance one.
Okay, I'll go with Claire. Let's see. I mean, like when I think of Claire, I think of Labelle, but I actually haven't smelled that, so I probably should pick something I know. Hold on. I'm the only other, the other main fragrance I think of when I think of her is The Lover's Tale from Francesca Bianchi, for dirty reasons, but it's fine. It's just a really, really beautiful, like musky, leather, dark, kind of naughty fragrance. And it's just really interesting because it's both like, I don't know, it's both sophisticated, but also understated and, you know, a little bit naughty. So yeah, I think it's a beautiful fragrance.
Naughty, naughty, Claire.
Yeah.
C'est moi.
Toi. Tu parles très bien français, hein?
Petit peu.
Un petit peu.
Petit peu.
Claire, let's move
my
on to you
turn?
then. Who are you going to be? Yeah, your turn.
Okay, I'm going to go for Miya. And for me, the thing that's always struck me about Miya is she's a ray of sunshine. She is absolutely full of joy. Every time I watch her videos, I love the way she talks. I love her enthusiasm. I love her energy. There's something about Miya that is just absolutely like it brings you in, and she's just an absolute joy. And
thank you so much.
Says sunshine, so I'm saying Amouage Sunshine, the woman's one, because it's a gorgeous fragrance as well. And I think you're quite bougie, you like your gorgeous niche scents, and I think that will be perfect for you because it's kind of rich, it's sexy, it's fun, but it's sunshine, it's joyfulness.
Oh, thank you so much, Claire. That's so awesome. It's so nice when people say that. It's all about the positive vibes. Thank you for the tag. I'm next. Sticking to that, can I just say this because I see John is here, and I was just gonna say, John did the video tag before, and he tagged me in, and he spoke about this was his description of me. Happy. So John, I got this one. You made me buy it. I was like, I can't even remember how it smelled, so I bought it. So a lovely, fresh, happy fragrance. I can see why. So yeah, I just wanted to share that. John, you made me buy this. Anyway, moving along. So I'm left with Eve. So Eve, what fragrance would I choose for you? I don't know Eve very well because I just discovered our channel, but I think I would go with La Vie est Belle for you. I have it somewhere. I can't see my other bottle, but ideally, I have the original one, but it's from this family. This is more the latest one, but I would go with the original La Vie est Belle. It's just very girly, very lovely, just beautiful. It's so calm, and like you're just so serene. There's that serenity about you. So I would go with La Vie est Belle. Life is beautiful, like you.
Oh, thank you, Miya. That means a lot. I appreciate it.
That's too much sweetness. I'm gonna cry.
So I'll scent Clémence, and I wanted to pick something that was super classy but had personality. I decided to go with a scent from Sana Jardin, and it's called Révolution de la Fleur. And I don't know if you've smelled that.
No.
So it's a lot of like yellow florals in it, but there is something about it that does remind me a little bit of Chanel. So that's why I wanted to pick that. And yeah, it just has personality, and it's a very sweet and classy fragrance. And I feel like you embody that classiness so well.
Oh, that's so nice. Thank you. So sweet.
Yeah.
And that moves it on to Clémence, I think. Have you picked one, Clémence?
She already
Yeah.
She's
That was the first one. They've put me in the sea first.
Excellent.
Yeah.
I think that's it then, isn't it?
We can also use
Oh, that'd be nice. Yeah, why
you're
not?
the host,
Let's do
so
that.
we can-
So let's do
we
this as the last thing then. It's getting towards 2 hours. I'm
Yeah.
looking at the time, and I'm sure you lovely ladies would like to enjoy some of what's left of your Saturday evening stroke day. So let's quickly do that, and then we'll call it an end. So thank you. Great idea, Claire. So Eve, what would you pick?
Sorry, I didn't hear the question.
Claire came up with the idea of everyone picking a fragrance for me.
Oh,
What?
for you. Can we circle back to me? I have to think about it.
Yeah, why not? Claire, have you got one?
Yes, I do actually. I don't know why. Sana Santal 33 from Le Labo.
Okay.
Maybe it's because it's got this kind of like hipster vibe, this reputation, and you've got a look, you know, with your beard and your hair's done, and I've seen photos of you in like nice suits and your white shirt when you go to work, and I just think Le Labo Santal 33 is very classy. It's nice sandalwood, but it's a little bit more to it. It's kind of creamy and a little bit fresh. It's not too crazy. It's kind of professional, and I think that would suit you.
Thank you, Claire. I'm going to write all these down. So actually, I'll go back, but I'll remember that one. Thank you. I've heard of it. I might sample. Vautour has a version of that. Apparently, John done a review on it earlier, so might sample that and see if it's something I like first, and then if it is, might push the button on the real thing. Thank you for that, Miya. What would you pick?
I think I would pick Unwanted for you, Tony, because this is so lovely for the office. It's lovely, it's fresh. I just love how it smells, and it wouldn't be, it's something that is mass appealing, I would say, how it smells, even though it's not everywhere. It's something that would be nice, fresh, and and like Claire said, picturing you at the office, I think this would be perfect. Unwanted would be absolutely perfect for the office. It's lovely. I love this on a man, so I think this would be nice on you.
Thanks, mate. I've tried it. I've got Wanted by Night. I haven't got that one, but I have tried it, and it is very nice. So thank you. I could see myself wearing that. Thanks for that. Clémence, what would you say?
Well, I think I will get you one of the best designer existing, because you're trendy, you're funny, you're nice with everyone. So I will get you a Jerome Intense, because it's nice, everyone's loves it, and I think it's very trendy, and it will always be a good classic to me. So I will get you this one, because I'm sure it's working, and it is always what we have with you. We're sure we're gonna have a nice time in your life. So I give you Jerome Intense.
Thank you. Great choice. Hillorie, what would you pick?
So I think I would pick Amouage Beach Hut Man. It's just a really, really beautiful, unique take on mint. And, you know, I've seen the videos of you boxing and stuff. And so it's a fragrance that you can wear when you're being sporty, but it is also suitable for an office. It has great longevity. It's inoffensive, but it's also unique and just, it's one of my favorites. Yeah.
Excellent. I've got a sample of it, and I actually do really like it. It is good. Very piercing, but I really like it. What would you pick, Eve?
So I thought about it. I think I'm going to go with Sushi Imperial. And it doesn't smell like fish, I promise. It's a very classy fragrance. Yeah, from Bois 1920.
Jesus Christ, I want this fragrance. The name.
Have you? Oh, you haven't tried it, just the name. Yeah, it's a very classy fragrance, and it seems like it's very put together. And I feel like you're someone who is like that. And at the same time, though, it does have spiciness. So it's an interesting fragrance. And I don't think you're a boring person at all. And I feel like that would kind of fit your personality.
Can't take all this. Too much, ladies. Thank you very much. Thank you, everybody. Yeah. Really appreciate you being alive.
Brace yourself.
I have. I've got a list now. So it's going to cost me a fortune. I think Beach Hut Man is probably one of the expensive ones there. That's about over $200. Is that, Hillorie? That one?
It's like I got it for $159 on a discounter.
Okay. That's not bad.
Yeah.
Not too bad.
I'm not sure what that is in euros, like 130 or something.
Yeah.
Euros, maybe?
Bex has put he's boring.
I love that she's clowning you in the chat.
She does all the time. I don't mind. It's fine. Excellent. Well, look, ladies, I can't thank you enough for coming on. It's been lovely. You've all been wonderful, wonderful guests, and I literally think you're all brilliant. So good luck to you all with your channels. Hillorie as well. That 1,000 is popping up very soon. So
yeah,
you'll be there anytime, any day. And Eve, your channel will, you've got an audience. I think your channel will, everyone's channels are wonderful. But I think Eve's is the smallest of the bunch here, I'd imagine, and it's you've got a real amazing taste. So keep doing what you're doing, you'll get there. But thank you, everyone. I really appreciate it. I'm going to end the stream. I'll just say goodnight to the ladies afterwards. But thank you, everybody in the chat. Thank you for joining. It's been a lot of fun, and we'll see you again. I'm live again tomorrow night, again with a special guest at 9 p.m. So thank you, everyone. We'll catch you later. Thank you.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.
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 Bye.